Friday Reads is coming to town. It'll make you smile if you've a frown. It's the big-head bookworm who loves to talk with you. There's laundry talk and booktastic chat with mugs of tea and many a cat. So sit back and relax, 'cause it's time for Friday Reads. It's time for Friday Reads. It's time for Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads.
Well, thank you very much, the husband. That was very lovely of you. Still sounds good. Still sounds good. So that was the husband's rendition of Friday Reads. So, hello BookTube. It's Louise, the big head bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you are well. Hope you're having a good day wherever it is you are and whatever it is you're doing. Welcome to Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads. It's very, very hot in here. It's Friday Reads. So, hello. We are having this thing called weather. If you have been consuming any content from the British Isles this week, you have heard we have had this phenomenon called weather. And we have all been obsessed with it, this thing called weather. We are normally obsessed with weather, but it's even reached a peak for us in this country, and that's because we have been surprised by a heat wave. We've been surprised that it's been warm in summer. No, it's been very warm in summer. I'm joking aside, it has been really, really hot. The record temperature was recorded yesterday in Cambridge, which is only 10 miles away. So this area here, hot. But yes, we are always surprised about weather. Whew, it's hot today. Yeah, it's summer. Whew, it's a bit chilly today. Yeah, that's in winter. It's raining today. Autumn. Yeah, we're always surprised about our weather here. And it is a source of endless fascination. But it has been really warm. I was listening on the radio today and they were saying, let's just all agree that we're all a bit tired and a bit nouty because we've not slept well because of the heat. It is true. So everybody that you meet today, let's all agree, bit tired, bit nouty, had enough of it now, clinging on, hoping for a cooler night. Oh, because our houses are not built for hot weather because we don't get it consistently, and we haven't done because of climate change, it looks, I think would agree with. It's just been so warm this week, and I mean, it's broken a bit today, otherwise I wouldn't be able to sit up here, even if I am a bit shiny, in a kind of glowing way. Glowing. Somebody said, oh, you're looking glowing. I thought I will be this time. Heat coming off me. Although it does feel like it's warming up again. I could do with it. It's supposed to be breaking, excuse me, we're getting a low front tomorrow. That's going to break it, and we'll have perhaps a cool night, and so we'll all sleep really well. So that's the reason why I haven't got BookTube cats. They are not in the house at all. They're just kind of come in, eat, and they're only eating a little bit because they're just too hot, and then they go and lie down, trying to find somewhere with a breeze or somewhere that's a bit cooler. Miss Sally's taken to lying on the draining board, which her husband's not that too fussed on. I am. There's a lot of hair being left. Not that thrilled on that, but I do understand. She's like, oh, I'm a bit warm. I've suggested that they just slip off their fur and put on a little romper suit. That would be a better idea. And I think they would look cute. But no, nobody's taken me up on that offer. A little romper suit for the cats. It looks so cute. But no, they're all like, no, it's all right. We're just going to find somewhere to lie down. Laundry-wise, now they've had a bit of a mare today because we kept having these kind of squalls of we've had thunderstorms for the last 24 hours, kind of on and off. When I say thunderstorms, I'm talking British thunderstorms, which are not that impressive. I realise we get ourselves all exercised about thunderstorms in this country, whereas the rest of the world just laughs themselves silly at our reaction. However, there had been this squally rain coming through, and they've had towels out since about 7 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock this morning, and I think they've been excuse me, damp then wet then damp then wet, they're just not drying properly, but then towels day, it's lovely sunshine at the moment, so it should dry them off. So there we go. Oh, it's been nice because Benedict, a fly's just come in. Hello, fly. Benedict, our 11-year-old son, has finally finished primary school. It's felt like it's been coming for quite some time. He's very excited that he's left his primary school and is going to secondary school. He started primary school when he was 4. And so now he's 11. So that's a long time. I mean, okay, he changed school last year, but Still a long time. I think it would have been a lot bigger a deal for him and for myself, for him, if we had remained at the other school. We've kind of eased our way through, so in some ways that's been good, because he's now easing his way into secondary school and he's just looking forward to it. He's not at the moment worried about it at all. He's just looking forward to it, which is glorious. Which leads me on nicely to another change that's going on, which is a good change and really positive. So, as with Benedict getting older, I have thought about what I want to do when I grow up. And I've been very fortunate that I've been able to be at home with Benedict, even though I've done one or two bits of things. I've been able to be at home and look after him, and situations change. He no longer needs such a full-time active mum sat here waiting for him, and I need a change as well. So I'm in my mid-40s, and I'm very fortunate that I'm in the position where I have been able to take this last year and really think about what I want to do when I grow up and what I want to do if I go back into the workplace, and really want to go back into the workplace rather than feel like I have to. And so it will benefit us tremendously when I do go out to work. So I've spent the last year really considering what it is that I want to do, rather than just go and get a job. Now, there was a possibility. I was very much thinking, well, just go and get a job and then work it out. And I was like, no, let's just see if it's possible. And I am. I've got a job. I've got a full-time job, which I am super excited. I'm going to be working for the NHS. I'm going to be part of the NHS. It's a training post because I have zero experience. Zero experience. I am so blessed. I am so fortunate that they read my application and saw something in there and thought, yeah, let's give her a go. And so I went and did the interview, and I am so blessed that I was interviewed by the two people I were, the two ladies that I were, who saw something in me, because it was a popular position. It only comes up once a year, and there are two posts, and I was so very blessed that they offered me one of the positions. And so it's a 2-year job and training, because I have zero experience. So I am going to be not only working full time, I'm going to be studying as well, so that when I finish I will be fully qualified and hopefully then continue to work there. I am even more blessed that it is our local hospital that I am going to go and work at. So we've got a big training hospital, which is the other side of Cambridge, and that would have been amazing, because I love Adam Brooks. They've done amazing things for people that I love and for myself over the years, and I do find it an amazing place. It's huge. It's like a town in itself. It really is, and I'd assumed I would have to go there if I was to find a training post, but I have been so very, very blessed, so very fortunate to find out that I could do it at the local hospital, which is 20 minutes down the road instead of an hour down the road, and is easier to get to, and it means that I'll be working within the local community and doing something for people in this area, which is just amazing. It's amazing to feel that I have been so fortunate to have the time to think about this, and then to have the opportunity. So yes, I start next week. I start the middle of next week. Now, ideally, I'd have started in September, because it does mean that summer holidays have just started and I'm starting next week. So that's not the best of time, but it was going to happen at some point anyway. At some point I was going to be out working and the summer holidays. So we've been fiddling and faddling what to do with Benedict over the summer, and we think we've got there. We think we've got the friends helping out, and the husband having some flexibility in his job, and because I'm going to have zero flexibility in my post because I'm training and I am going in low. But we're able to do it, and then in September when Benedict goes to school, we'll kind of work it out, and we will do what people do now. We will find ways around it. By hook and by crook, we will do it. So it is super exciting, and it does mean that there is going to be changes with this channel. So I don't know how many months I've been doing Friday Reads for. I haven't missed a week, which I've been really pleased about. It was in the back of my head not to miss a week, even if it meant that only doing a minute long video. I wanted to have something up every Friday, and I think I did that, which I'm very pleased about. And my intention when I set it up was to just see where it went, and it has been joyful. And I want to thank every single person that has watched the video, that has commented, has liked, has sent good wishes. That, I mean, everything is beyond what I could expect, because I am one voice in a sea of voices, and they are worthwhile, all the other voices. And the fact that you have chosen to spend time with me on a Friday, on a weekly basis, is amazing. And I am very, very grateful for that. And understand the privilege of your company. That's really important to say. And when you have taken time to either give me a thumbs up or you've taken time to write a comment, you have made my life that much better by your being there. So I would like to say thank you for that. So it sounds like I'm leaving you, and I guess that is what's going to happen for a while. I am going to put the channel on hiatus for this, for the time being. I'm not going to do any videos whatsoever, because rather than dip in and dip out, which I did before, I mean, I'll consistently put out content, but before Friday Reads, it wasn't as regular as this, and I've enjoyed putting something out regular and having regular conversations with you. I have decided that I'm going to put it on hiatus and just give myself time off completely. And I don't know when I'm going to come back, because I don't know what the job's going to be like, and I don't know what the studying is going to be like, and the requirement of it, and also when I'm not working or not when I'm not studying. I've got the husband, and I've got Benedict, and I've got 3 beautiful pussycats, and I've got a life that I need to prioritise as well. And that's going to have to be my focus for the time being. And rather than do something I was going to say a rude word there, halfway. I'm trying to think of I can't think of another way to put that. Rather than do something without giving my full self to it and turning up completely, which is what I try to do each week. I try to bring my full self towards you, as you do when you interact with me. Rather than do that, I would just have a break, and it means that I can just focus on what I need to focus, and then hopefully I will find space. I will naturally find space for BookTube to come back into my life, and that I will be able to come back and do videos for you again on a regular basis. But for the time being, I don't know when that will be. So for everybody that has been part of this journey, thank you so much. And this isn't going to be a goodbye. It's just going to be, let's see what happens. And at some point, hopefully, I'll come back. Hopefully, I'll come back and we can resume. Might not be Friday Reads, although I do like Friday Reads. Now, there are lots of other people that do Friday Reads. I wasn't the first person to do it. I was inspired by other people, and there are lots of booktubers that I watch that do Friday Reads. And so if you type Friday Reads into the search bar, you will find other people that do it, and you will be able to enjoy them, as I know that you will do it anyway. I'm not completely leaving though. I'm leaving in this format, but while I take away Friday Reads like that, I'm also giving you something new. If you looked at my Instagram this week, you would have seen something called Spooky Tales. Now, I'm going to pull it up here. I posted a picture and said, coming soon, or something like that. And let me show you. Something exciting. Oh no, because it's black, you can't see it. You can't see it? No. Okay, well, it says Spooky Tales. And so the husband and I were having a chat, and of course he knows that I'm coming away from Friday Reads, and I'd been having a think, and I was thinking, what can we do? What can I do that is still part of the community, but isn't so wholly reliant on me producing content every week? because I don't know how much I'm going to read, and I don't know what time I'm going to have, and there's just, all the variables. I'm like, ah. And so the husband and I decided we would do a podcast. I know! How excited is that? And it is called the Spooky Tales Podcast. And our first episode is already there and is ready for you to listen to. So I'm going to leave the details in the description box down below so that you can go and listen to the Spooky Tales podcast. So the husband and I have been interested in spooky goings on, in paranormal, in ghost stories, in weird and wonderful things that happen since as long as I can remember. So I met the husband when I was 19 and we were very good friends for a couple of years, and that was one of our connections, was that we loved ghost stories and we loved kind of hauntings and paranormal events and stuff that gives you a full shiver. That kind of thing, that kind of freaky thing. And we've always really loved it, and we've always gone and looked at haunted houses, and we've looked at haunted sites, and we used to go and do kind of tours, mystery tours, and we've done ghost walks, and we've done the whole gamut. And we decided that we would do a podcast on spooky tales. And so the format is that the husband writes out a spooky tale, a real life spooky tale, and tells me about it, and tells me and you about it, and that's what it is. So our first episode is 50 minutes long, so it's quite a long one, and we're thinking that the next one we might try and doing 2 lots of 25 rather than 150. We haven't yet worked out, because we've only done one, what suits us yet. So the husband's doing all the research and he's finding out all the information about it, and then we're recording our podcast. We're hoping that we can do one a fortnight, but that may be ambitious because we don't know what's going to happen. But we're hoping that we can do one a fortnight, because we did the first one and it was just so enjoyable, which I think you can hear in the podcast. So if you are missing any Big Head bookworm, then that's the place to go. So I'm not going to take away the archive of my previous episodes. You are more than welcome to go back and watch other videos. But there will be, hopefully, a regular podcast of myself and the husband chatting about spooky tales. And it was just so much fun doing it, and I really hope that you enjoy listening to it. We are available on SoundCloud and TuneIn, with the TuneIn app, TuneIn Radio. You can find us there if you search under the Spooky Tales podcast. SoundCloud, again, Spooky Tales podcast. We are waiting to be verified for iTunes, and so we will be able to do that. So hopefully at some point I will be able to have all the links to us available, and I will update this video once the iTunes podcast is available. I will come back and I will update it. So if you're watching this in the first week, it's not going to be live, but it's not going to be there, but hopefully it will do. We have also, the husband decided also, because we didn't have the iTunes availability, which is such a popular podcast vehicle, suddenly had no idea what to use there. Because we haven't got iTunes yet, the husband has uploaded it onto YouTube. Now, there is no footage. You really don't want to have footage of us recording it. Although, not that we do it naked. No, we don't do it naked. Whew, that'd be a whole different thing. Let's not do that. Let's wipe that from our memories. So it is us talking, but it is available on YouTube. So I will put the link down below for that. So if you're interested in following that channel, it's the Spooky Tales Podcast, I do believe is the channel name, and you'll be able to find us there. But again, I shall put all the links down below for you to come check us out. I will also put my Instagram name, and so come and check me out on Instagram, because I will be posting about the podcasts and also updates with my life. And there is also a Spooky Tales Podcast Instagram account. Lots of words to throw at you. So you can find the Spooky Tales podcast on SoundCloud, TuneIn, YouTube, and on Instagram as well. And that's where I will be as well. So there we go. Oh, lots of information. What else has happened? Oh, I had my eyes tested this week. There we go. I'll tell you that as well. I had my eyes tested on Monday, because I have it done every year. And then I had my contact lens test today, and my eyes apparently are beautiful. But we knew that already. Yep, no, so that was good. Although I have got readers now for when I use my contact lenses, because I have got appalling sight. So my contact lenses are like that thick, and can barely blink because they're so big. But now I'm going to have readers to go. It's an age thing. There's lots of exciting things that happen at this age. My sight changing is just one that I'm okay with, really. Lots of other exciting things happening. And I have to say, having a hot flush in a heat wave, oh, who knew that one body could hold that much heat? That's all I say. Just leave that there. Leave that there. So you're not here for all of this. You are really. But let me tell you about what I have been reading this week. So last week I read many things. And so this week I kind of half read lots of things. I think because of knowing that I've got a job coming like next week. Ooh. And that's my expression whenever I think about it. Ooh. I'm so excited and so terrified in equal measure. Before it was like excited, terrified, and now it's like excited, terrified, and by next week I reckon it'll be terrified, excited. So I just have to keep reminding myself that it will be great. Anyway, I have been kind of half reading lots of different things, but I did pick up another paranormal romance. I know, shocker. I think it's because it's mindless. Good, but mindless. A Janine Frost, a Night Rebel novel, so not a Night Prince with the delicious Vlad. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure about that. I don't think you can say that. But this is Janine Frost's Shades of Wicked. It's a Night Rebel novel. I say he's a one, isn't he? On there, use his abs as a glockenspiel, quite frankly, because that's what you do when a naked man appears. Oh, quickly play your abs. Yes. Now, I really loved. Could you tell? I really loved the Night Prince series. I think it's because Vlad was just like an archetypal, just a really good hero. Just so good. And the quips were great. And she was great. Layla, the heroine, was just, you were rooting for them the whole way through. And so the 4 novels, just, you wanted it to do well. So that was really good. I'm less enamoured, if I'm honest, with the hero, Ian. He has got another name, but his name that he uses is Ian. It's a fine name. I've met many a good Ian. It's not as good as Vlad, though, is it? Really? Ian. No disrespect to any Ians. Oh, I'm now worried I'm going to have offended an Ian. Oh, Ian's will be fine. Benedict's got a blue snake called Ian, so we're very fond of Ians. Nice hole you've dug, thanks. Just get the step ladder and get out of it. And she, Veritas, who is the heroine, I do really like her, but there is a but. There's a but. So, yes, but it's still very enjoyable. I read it in about a day, I think, if that. And it was a very enjoyable read, but I'm not as enamoured. It doesn't have the will they, won't they. Well, actually, they just do. It doesn't have the kind of romantic side. Because I like my romance novels to have romance in them, you know. The reason Jane Eyre is so popular is because of the romance, isn't it? It's the feeling, it's the love feeling you get. It's the love that you feel. And I didn't feel it in this one, but it was still very entertaining. So I read that. I have been pootling along and mindfully reading Wherever You Go, There You Are, which is Mindless Meditation for Everyday Life by John Kabat-Zinn. I really enjoy this. It's actually the husband's book. I'm that far through. I'm on part 3 now. So part 1 is very much about what is mindfulness, being mindful. There we are, spoiler. Part 2 is all the different ways that you can practice the meditations and what kind of meditations you could do and give you points of focus, and it was really fascinating and really helped me. And then part 3 is in the spirit of mindfulness, so I haven't started reading that yet. I'm really enjoying it. They're like small little things. They're kind of a page or two. They're perfect little kind of read something every day, little drop of something every day, but there's enough in there in the drop to get you thinking and get you feeling, and so I'm really enjoying that. So I shall be continuing to read this, and I will finish that. I am also reading something that I have obviously spilt something on, so let's just clean that off. Unnatural Causes by Dr. Richard Shepherd. Oh, do you know, I didn't realise that I've actually watched a series of programmes. So it's on Netflix about a forensic pathologist looking at kind of unusual deaths or kind of suspicious deaths or of kind of celebrities. And it was after I'd seen the Whitney film. I then found that on Netflix, and it's about Whitney's death. And he basically he's a forensic pathologist, leading one in Britain, and I'm sure his colleagues are like, yeah, cheers, what about me? And he looks at their autopsy and says what the body is saying happened, and kind of compares it to other stuff. But it's really enjoyable. I really like that kind of stuff anyway. You know that about me. And so this is the life and many deaths of Britain's top forensic pathologist. Oh, there you go. And he is the top chap. But it wasn't until I saw the picture that I realised I had seen that programme. And he actually does come across as a really decent chap. And so I'm only about 50 pages in, but I'm really enjoying it. And I've seen when I posted on Instagram that I was reading this, quite a few people said, oh, I've read that. Because it is everywhere at the moment. I got it cheap from the supermarket and well worth it. So if you are interested in kind of true crime, or kind of people that do jobs that are a bit more, it's fascinating, really fascinating. I've really enjoyed it. I think he's great. Jeremy Fine says it's absolutely brilliant, and at the moment I agree with him. So that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. I can't focus heavily on anything, if I'm honest. So knitting wise, I stopped my Tuesday knit group because it was just I was struggling to fit it in with other stuff that was going on. So rather than do that half-heartedly, I stopped it and then focused properly on doing Friday Reads and making sure that was up every week. And now with my new job, I'm having to stop this as well. So yeah, it's a bit of an era ending, as they say. However, not saying goodbye forever. This is just putting this on hiatus. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who has watched a video, whether you've enjoyed it or not. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I wouldn't have done this if I hadn't enjoyed it, and I hadn't enjoyed the experience of sitting with you every single week and knowing that there's somebody out there that watches it, and that they enjoyed listening to a middle-aged woman sitting in her bedroom talking about books. Wow, the world is a wild and crazy place. But you could rely on me coming each week to come and talk to you while sat in my bedroom. But yes, I will love you and leave you and send you all good wishes, and I will ask the husband to send us out.
Friday Reads is coming to town. It'll make you smile if you've a frown. It's the big-head bookworm who loves to talk with you. There's laundry talk and booktastic chat with mugs of tea and many a cat. So sit back and relax, 'cause it's time for Friday Reads. It's time for Friday Reads. It's time for Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads.